How's it going, guys? Mike D here at Synergee in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Today I'm coming at you with a quick review of this barbell. This is the S-3 Cerakote Olympic weightlifting bearing bar from a company called Synergee based out of Ontario, Canada. Synergee was kind enough to reach out to me and ask me if I wanted to review their bar, and I said sure. So they sent the bar out to me very quickly, and I've spent the last week putting it through its paces. I want to tell you a little bit about the pros and cons of this bar, what I liked, what I didn't like, as well as how I think it compares to some of the other bearing bars that we have here at the gym. So let's get right to it. The Synergee S-3 is a 20 kilogram, 28 millimeter Olympic weightlifting bearing bar that uses a ceramic polymer called Cerakote as the finish. This is becoming a pretty popular finish these days because, number one, it's extremely durable, it's very scratch resistant, and it's very corrosion resistant, and it's also customizable. So you can see they were kind enough to send out this bar in the same colors as our gym, red and black. So I think it looks awesome. And the real big draw to this bar is that the price is almost too good to believe. It's only $295 with free 3-day shipping. They did get the bar out to me remarkably quickly, and the bar comes very, very well packaged, and it actually came with a pair of wrist straps and a pair of lifting straps. They were powerlifting straps, which I thought was kind of an odd inclusion for an Olympic weightlifting bar, but still, it was a really nice touch, and also for $300, that's kind of hard to beat. So the question is, how does Synergee make a barbell that only costs $300? And the short answer is, and let's get this elephant in the room out of the way early here, it's manufactured in China. Now personally, I don't necessarily think that's a bad thing. In fact, the cloak-off bars, which are pretty popular and definitely marketed toward a more higher-end weightlifter, they still cost around $700. Those are also manufactured in China. So I don't personally care if it's manufactured in China as long as it's a good bar. Now, this is clearly a training bar, so it's not meant to compete really with some of these other bars here. With me here I have the American Barbell Stainless Steel Competition Bar, as well as the Rogue European Steel Olympic Weightlifting Bar. These are both of these companies' highest end Olympic weightlifting bars, and they definitely have the feel of a competition bar. So the knurling is relatively aggressive, maybe not like a powerlifting bar, but for an Olympic weightlifting bar it's pretty aggressive, and they have center knurl. Now, the Synergee bar does not have center knurl. The knurling is a little bit softer, and you have both the Olympic mark and the powerlifting mark here. So now there's an important caveat here that whenever you're buying a bar from a relatively unknown company, you don't know how this bar is going to hold up over the next year, the next 10 years, etc. You know, a barbell is really something that is meant to last a lifetime. And companies like Alico and Usaka, who have been around the game for a really long time, and honestly even Rogue now, these companies have really established a good reputation for making high quality barbells that can really stand up to a lot of abuse. And so you might look at this bar from a company like Synergee that you may have never heard of, and you might think that the extra money is worth it just to have that brand name and maybe the peace of mind that comes with having a bar from a company who's made a lot of barbells that have lasted a long time. However, I think the price difference here is so significant. It's $400 cheaper than these competition bars, at least $200 cheaper than most training bars, and it performs honestly indistinguishably. I will say that if you're looking for like the Rolls Royce of bars, this is not it. If you really want a high quality competition style Olympic weightlifting bar, I would definitely say to go with something like the American bar here. So, what do I think of this bar? I think it's great. I'm actually pleasantly surprised at the quality of the finish and how well it spins. And it's the feeling of the knurl, it's not as aggressive as these competition bars, but personally, I don't mind that at all. In fact, when I'm training, I actually have preferred to use this bar over the last week just because the softer knurling when I'm doing complexes and stuff like that, it's not going to eat up my hands the way some of the more aggressive bars might. So this is actually a pleasant surprise from this company. I'd never heard of Synergee when they reached out to me, and you know, I can't vouch for the long-term durability of this bar. That's something that only time will tell. But my initial impressions here are that it's very well made, the finish looks and feels great, and the bar performs really, really well. And at a price point of $300 with free 3-day shipping, I think it's a steal. It's actually a really good bar. Now, if you're interested in purchasing this bar from Synergee, there's a link in the description below. Now, Synergee did not pay me to do this review. They did provide the bar for free though, which was very generous of them. And just in the interest of being unbiased, I've also included links to both the American bar and the Rogue bar. These are all three very good bars. They're just for different purposes, and I'm very pleasantly surprised from this first offering that I've ever used from Synergee, and I'm actually really looking forward to trying some more of their stuff. So if you want to get a great Cerakote bar for a good price, check it out. Thanks for watching, everyone. If you liked the video, hit that like button and subscribe to see more reviews as well as content from coaches and trainers here at Synergee. Once again, thanks for watching, and until next time.